Well, hello there. Today we are going to discuss what quadratic functions are and some characteristics of quadratic functions. The shape of the graph of a quadratic function is called a parabola. Notice the difference between the linear and quadratic graphs. The linear, you have a simple line, and the parabola is more U-shaped. The equation of a quadratic is y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. There are three types of characteristics of parabolas we are going to talk about today. One is vertex of parabolas, which is like the minimum and maximum. Two are solutions, zeros, and x-intercepts. And three, we're going to discuss the axis of symmetry. The vertex is the point on the parabola where the graph changes direction. The change in direction occurs at the point HK. Quadratic equation has a positive a. That means that the parabola opens up in a U shape. When a parabola opens up, the vertex is the minimum point of the graph. However, if the a of the quadratic equation is negative, that means the parabola is going to open down. When the parabola is opening down, the vertex is now the maximum point. The points where the parabola crosses the x-axis, these are called the x-intercepts. However, they're also called the roots or zeros of the function. All x-intercepts have the form x, 0. The y-coordinate is 0 because the point lies on the x-axis. There are three behaviors of parabolas. The first one is that it crosses the x-axis in two places, which means it has two solutions. The one in the middle is where it crosses the axis one time, meaning it has one solution. And the one all the way to the right is where the parabola never crosses the x-axis, and therefore there's no solution or no roots. The last characteristic is the axis of symmetry. This is the vertical line that cuts the parabola in half and is given by the equation x equals h. So to wrap it all up, we discussed the vertex, which is the part of the parabola that's highest or lowest, known as the maximum or minimum, or change in direction of the parabola. Then we have the x-intercepts, roots, and zeros, which all describe the point where the parabola crosses the x-axis. And lastly, we have the axis of symmetry, which is the vertical line that kind of cuts the parabola into two congruent halves, and it also goes through the vertex. Great job, guys. You did it. You now know every part of the parabola with the vertex, axis of symmetry, x-intercepts, and roots. So go out there and go show how amazing you are analyzing those parabolas. Bye.